Hi, welcome. Today I'm going to explain about the film Obsession. Spoilers ahead, watch out fully. Have you ever wished that the person you loved would suddenly fall in love with you? At first, it sounds like a dream come true. But this movie asks a terrifying question. What if that wish actually came true, and you could never take it back? The story follows Bear, a shy and introverted young man who works in a second-hand instrument store. He secretly has feelings for his co-worker Nikki, but because of his quiet personality and lack of confidence, he never finds the courage to tell her how he feels. His best friend Ian constantly encourages him to take a chance before it's too late, but Bear keeps convincing himself that there will always be another opportunity. Unfortunately, life takes an unexpected turn when Bear experiences a heartbreaking personal loss, leaving him emotionally vulnerable and even more desperate for someone to fill the emptiness in his life. Driven by loneliness and desperation instead of clear thinking, Bear makes a dangerous wish. He wishes for Nikki to love him more than anyone else in the world. At first, everything appears perfect. Nikki suddenly becomes incredibly affectionate, constantly wanting to spend time with him. The impossible dream Bear has imagined for years finally seems to become reality almost overnight. However, the movie slowly transforms from a romantic fantasy into psychological horror. Nikki's affection no longer feels natural. Instead of genuine love, it begins to resemble an unhealthy obsession. She becomes emotionally dependent on Bear, behaving in increasingly disturbing and unpredictable ways. What initially looked like happiness slowly becomes frightening, leaving both Bear and the audience questioning whether this is truly love or something much darker. As Nikki's behavior grows more extreme, Bear realizes that love created through supernatural control has devastating consequences. His friends also begin noticing that something is terribly wrong, forcing Bear to confront the reality that he manipulated another person's emotions instead of allowing love to develop naturally. The movie uses this supernatural curse as a metaphor for obsession, emotional control, and the dangerous desire to possess someone rather than truly care for them. What makes this story interesting is that the real horror doesn't come from monsters or ghosts. Instead, it comes from a simple human mistake. Bear wanted love so badly that he ignored the importance of free will. The film reminds us that genuine relationships can never be forced, no matter how good the intention may seem. Sometimes, getting exactly what we wish for can become our greatest nightmare. Overall, this movie blends romance, psychological tension, and supernatural horror into a cautionary tale about obsession, grief, and the consequences of trying to control another person's heart. Instead of asking whether magic exists, it asks a much more uncomfortable question. If you had the power to make someone love you, should you ever use it?